southpaw, playing here, okay? Head off the center line. Into half guard. Elbows, elbows, elbows. Getting in this position. Get my underhook. Crucifix. Trying to get out. Boom. Half Nelson. Keep him down. Step over. Get into position. And start delivering that punishment. John Jones style. Teach Me Grappling. What's up, guys? Brian Meyer here. He's here to help me out. What's up, Brian? Get in here.
What's up, guys?
Okay. All right. UFC was last night. UFC 232. The huge fight between John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson. Really highly anticipated fight. There's so much drama behind Jones right now with the whole PEDs. I didn't know what to think of the fight. Before the fight, I didn't know, what was going to happen. Is Jones back? I mean, they both had a long layoff, but Jones ended up just looking amazing, and he was out striking him. And then once he got the takedown, it was all over. I'm just going to break down the takedown for you guys. Obviously, there's a grappling channel. We're going to show you guys the takedown. It's a very simple takedown. It's used a lot in MMA, and it's really important you guys know how to enter on this style of takedown. Okay, and then also I want to talk about this amazing move that John Jones used just before the finish, okay? It comes from wrestling, okay? All right, so check this out. So Jones was actually switching stance a lot. So you're gonna be Gustafsson. You're in an orthodox stance. He's got a left foot forward stance. And then Jones was actually in the southpaw position. He kind of drew Gustafsson forward by kind of backing up slightly. That got him to come in, and that's perfect. You're right there. Now, the movement is, instead of going, right now I have right leg lead, going straight step. This is normal in wrestling. If my right leg is in front, I push off my back leg and I attack. I either attack double leg or I attack single leg, something like that. But instead what you do is you change stance as you go in. But the way it works is I step here, I'm gonna slip. It's the same thing as like slipping a punch. So if the jab came out and I wanted to slip to the outside of the jab, my head would move to the outside. So this is the position of where your head goes. Whether a guy throws a jab or not, I'm clearing my head off the center line, okay? And then once this goes, this is where the head's gonna go straight forward. I was in southpaw stance as far as striking goes. So I go right leg here, then I just carry my weight going forward with my left leg coming here. Boom, to connect into a nice, beautiful double leg, okay? Now, a lot of double leg finishes, you drive with your head this way, and you try to get this guy on this leg, okay? You wanna move around, John, and get your best angles, just so you can see. Here, okay? But a lot of times what happens is, this guy attempts to try to pull this hip back. That's what he wants to do. But when this leg is controlled and the guy tries to get heavy on my head, he leans like this. And because of that, we fall this direction, okay? Where he falls to his butt here. As that happens, remember, I never want to be in this position with my head on this side and my legs on this side. I always want my legs on the opposite side of my head. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cartwheel over and end up on this side with my legs, okay? When I end up on this side, he ended up in half guard, okay? Out of the half guard position, he instantly tries to drop some elbows to try to do some damage. Remember, when you're in half guard in jiu-jitsu, you're usually taught that you wanna escape the half guard. In MMA and in wrestling, it's a good position. It's a position where this guy can't get up. If he tries to turn over, you just try to turn your hips, so you're not gonna be able to. See, I've got that bottom leg, his right leg. So because of that, it makes it difficult for a guy to get up. Okay, so he can't immediately turn over. That's why sometimes half guard is better than side control. Okay, sometimes. When you're in side control, a guy can turn over and he can start getting up. Okay, now some people in jiu-jitsu will say, well, I'll just take his back. But that's also easier said than done sometimes. When you have an explosive athlete that knows how to get up properly and control your hands, it might be good to stay in half guard for a while and wear a guy out. You can hold him here, drop some elbows. Really good for MMA guys if you guys are interested in that. So out of this position right here, there was a little bit of, back and forth. Again, Gustafsson may be trying to get his guard back. There's lots of stuff going on. At some point over here, John, you want to move around and get your best angles. Okay, he was trying to put pin with his knee over the top of the biceps. Okay, as he attempts to try to do this, let me go back a step. Before that, there was a lot of form in the neck because he has an underhook. He wants to get up, so he's keeping him down. He's got his overhook and his whizzer right here, keeping him down and then trying to drop some elbows. But then comes the knee over the arm, and again, Gustafsson just took his brain off of the half guard, okay, and took his brain off the half guard and lost the half guard, and when he lost the half guard, guys, the knee over the biceps creates this crucifix ground and pound position, okay, right here, which is really, really popular in MMA, really dangerous to be in. And Gustafsson knew what was going on. He said, I've got to get out of here. This is dangerous. Elbows and punches are going to be coming down. So this arm, he wants to abandon ship and he wants to go this way, okay? If he can do this, okay, and get it over this way, then maybe he can get out. See, I have a staple or I've got his other arm pinned. Go ahead and start to rotate over. Just rotate over to your knees. Go, 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 go. See, now we would be in this position. Okay, we would be in the turtle. Maybe he's going to get my leg. Maybe I'm going to try to lock a seatbelt, whatever. But the key right here, this is what I want to talk about, which I don't think, they mentioned this. I believe I heard it. Or maybe it was just me screaming it. It was the half Nelson, you guys, from wrestling. Incredible control with the half Nelson. And again, jiu-jitsu guys will look at this and go, why do you even need a half Nelson? When a guy turns, the jiu-jitsu brain says when a guy turns, you don't want to stop him. You want to let him turn over so you can get his back and choke. That's what the jiu-jitsu brain thinks. But the beauty of mixed martial arts is we're making jiu-jitsu and wrestling as far as the grappling goes, and we're fusing them together. Obviously judo as well, sambo, whatever other grappling style you like, we're fusing everything together, trying to use the best of all these worlds and combine them so we can make, the perfect grappler. And this is what John Jones displayed last night. Out of this crucifix position, you have this staple. The guy tries to abandon. Just put your, see this? When his arm tries to go, in wrestling, this is very common. When a guy wants to get off his back, he has to get this arm through, like that, to get off his back, okay? If I put my hand here, I have what's called a half Nelson. Grabbing the back of his neck, some people talk about the head, but back of his neck. And now, even though I've got the staple's gonna be slipping away, start to pull that right arm out. You need to get that angle, John. Okay, just stay focused. Come over here. Okay, now when I'm here, you start to turn belly down. As he tries to turn belly down, now the pressure's on the shoulder. Okay, and then now watch. Let me show you how to make this tight. If I straighten out my arm like a bar, you can feel that. Go ahead and try to turn down. Try to turn. See how that bar is kind of keeping you there? Mm-hmm. Now watch what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to take my shoulder and drive it towards my wrist. Like this. See what that's doing? Now I've got his shoulder pinched between my wrist and my shoulder. His shoulder between my shoulder and my wrist. It's pinched. Okay? When I have that half Nelson like that, and you see this arm up like this, it's very uncomfortable. It's not going to make anybody tap out, but it's so tight, try to turn over. See that? And that pressure, the hips are trying to turn over. So the hips are trying to get to the belly because he wants to build his base. If I did not have this and I was trying to go here and I've got a horse that I've got to, ride. Remember, these are athletes at the highest level. It's possible, yeah, I could run and take the back if I'm really quick, but these guys are 205ers. If I go to the back and then he starts grabbing a leg and he starts standing up, you know, maybe we're in a fight and then we end up back on our feet. So this wrestling idea is huge. Go ahead, try and go back down. So out of the crucifix, the guy tries to escape his arm. No, I'm not gonna let you. I'm gonna keep my chest in tight. You can't go that way. I'm gonna keep hitting you. Put in the half Nelson. You guys see what I mean? Brian was being smart right now. That's okay, go back. He was trying to fit his hand between so he can't get half Nelson. That's what he would want to be able to get up. But a lot of guys will just, like Gustafsson, just bring his arm the easy way. Go ahead, bring it the easy way, right into the half. He came right into the half Nelson. Now try to turn over. Shoulder pressure right here. The guy can't go anywhere. He, at this point, doesn't care about the jiu-jitsu idea of don't give your back. He needs to get up. He's in trouble. So his hips are turning over, and then Jones just says, oh, well, there's no guard going on right now. I can just step my leg right over to a mount with the guy here, like he wants to climb on the back. But it was the half Nelson that was slowing him down, okay, making it hard so it wasn't a scramble. Huge. That was huge right there. Half Nelson used in MMA. Over here, John. I'm going to pummel my right hand now. As he was trying to go to his belly, Jones is thinking, like, just put some tension. See, he's got, I don't know if you guys can see it. He's trying to turn over. It's not working. He swings his right hand inside to try to go for the choke. This would be the idea. But as Gustafsson now goes into defense and he's defending the choke, you know, maybe grabbing his hand, Jones just realizes, you know what, let me set my left hook, let me put a little pressure, hip pressure, try to move. It's real hard to get up, huh? Okay, takes it out, and then all it takes is one or two. Once that first punch hit, right here in this position, it's hard for you to guard your head. Even if you tried, I could punch you under, I could punch you over, but all it took was one. Boom, he's already out. One or two, boom, he was out. His hand was no longer defending, and fight had to be stopped. Okay, I thought Beltran did a great job, and he allowed, I mean, it's a big high-profile fight, and he allowed, you know, Gustafsson to do the best he could to try to get out. He wasn't getting out. He was done. So, amazing. So let's bring it down one more time. Okay, so you're in orthodox, I'm in southpaw. Okay, we're in this position. Maybe I draw the guy a little close. I take my head off the center line, penetrate. As I run the double, I end up on this side, hook the leg, maybe we're in half guard, drop a few elbows, get in this position. There was that moment where Gustafsson, actually, I didn't talk about earlier, came up and he tried to come out this way, cross face, you know, get the guy back on his back, maybe lose the underhook for a second, knee over the biceps, trying to get a crucifix from half guard, you end up losing the half guard, boom, in the side control. What's going on? You're about to get punished. So what do? You put your arm and you say, I'm getting out. I can't take it anymore. Turn over, belly down. Try to get out, Yeah, it's not gonna work. Step over, keep him in the half Nelson, keep going. See, he can't turn over. Now, if he would have went back to his back, what do you think he would have ran into? If you would have went back to your back, then you would have went into the John Jones elbows here. So he wanted to get out. Too much pressure at this point. Stuck in for the choke. You defend the choke, throwing the big punches. Okay, with the finish. Okay, last time. All right. Southpaw, playing here. Okay, head off the center line. Into half guard. Elbows, elbows, elbows. Getting in this position. Get my underhook. Crucifix. Trying to get out. Boom. Half Nelson. Keep him down. Don't let the guy get up to his belly or to his base. Keep trying. Using that half Nelson. Keeping a big guy down. Step over. Get into position. And start delivering that punishment. John Jones style. Okay? Who knows? Maybe he's going to test positive. I don't know. All right, guys. Teach Me Grappling. Hope you enjoyed that little breakdown using the half Nelson. Also, remember that double leg, switching your stance, running the guy down, legs on the other side of your head. Get all those details and soak them up. Train them and you're going to get better. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brian. Hit like, hit subscribe, share it with your friends, And I'll be back for more tomorrow. Thank you.